Hey everyone, Stoner Van Hound here. It is Monday, August 14th, 2023. I'm in beautiful Simi Valley, California, at a place called Corriganville. And today's video, what I'm going to show you today is we're going to be talking about Quentin Tarantino's movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and how authentic the Spahn Ranch that they built here compared to real Spahn Ranch. And you know, because when you're watching documentaries on the Manson family, you'll see different Spahn ranches and the way they make it. They're really cheesy and cheap about it. But today we're going to talk about Quentin Tarantino and how they built it, how much they spent, how authentic it looked, and also we also are going to talk about, well, why didn't they film it actually at Spahn Ranch? Why did they have to film it here? And those questions are very simple and stuff like that. So we're going to talk today about the Quentin Tarantino film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What do you say? Let's go check it out. Oh, all right, everybody. So the first question I'm going to answer about this movie being filmed here is, why did they film it here and not at the original Spahn Ranch? First of all, if you know anything about movie production, you realize that there is so much equipment and you need a lot of room for the camera crew, the lights and everything. And Spahn Ranch, for those of you who've never been there, it is extremely small. And I don't see any way for them to bring in all the trucks and the equipment. Here you can clearly see they can come in off the street. And this place has got a tremendous amount of room, and that's where they filmed it. And we'll get there one second, but I'm just going to pan over here, and you can see they have this huge parking lot to where they can bring in trucks and stuff for equipment. So this place actually provides more space for the equipment they need to bring in for a movie to be filmed. So it's very easy why they chose this spot here. And of course they rent it out. This is how the park here makes money, by renting, you know, the grounds for films to be filmed here. And a lot of people have asked, why didn't they keep it up? Well, there's a couple reasons. First of all, like I said, they rent out the land for anyone to use. So they can't keep the buildings up. Plus the buildings would be vandalized, burned down, stolen, something like that. That's for sure. So if you want to do some picture matchup stuff, if you remember this, this is where the Spahn Ranch was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, if you remember, you know, Brad Pitt coming into onto the scene and parking his car, I believe right about here, you could match up pictures with the houses and the girls right there. This right here, where this road, like right in front of us right here, this is exactly where Brad Pitt beat up Clem, and you can do some picture matches right there with the hillside, but that obviously wasn't there, the water tower. Now, there is a really good YouTuber, his name is Ranger Izzy, and he did a great video where he's actually walking around the set, and they thought he was a grip, and he was able to get a lot of good footage and walk around, and finally they realized he wasn't and started chasing him around here. It's actually hilarious. You should check it out. Now, this is where all the buildings were, and I can match up all the photos and everything right here. They actually had the trailer right over here. The bus was here. Now, George Spahn's house was up on the top of this hill. That little road that you see way out there was up there on the top up there. And I have to say that I did come here when the set was here. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I first came around the corner and saw what they had built here, it gave me a chill down my spine, because it was like going back in time. I mean, that was the closest to being in a time machine that I'll ever experience. You know what I mean? It really, I was very, very impressed on how authentic everything looked. Honestly, I think the movie is terrible, but, well, actually, that's not fair. I didn't mean that. I'm biased. Yeah. If you're an older person and you like Hollywood that way, then it's great. As far as the Manson stuff, yes, it's crap. So that's a fair answer. So I was absolutely impressed on how authentic it looked. I mean, they even had the car, everything. I mean, the Longhorn Saloon, it looked exactly like it. I mean, so I was extremely impressed. They spared no expense. As a matter of fact, the movie won. I even said this way before the Oscars. I said, if this movie wins any kind of Oscar, the only Oscar it should win is Best Set Design. And guess what? It actually did. So, which I thought was fantastic. Now, I know they're going to tell you, well, that was for all, they made the Pussycat Theater and the Cinerama Dome, and they did all these, they brought back all these other Hollywood old hotspots. No, set design to me is what they did here by recreating Spahn Ranch. And it was absolutely fantastic. I know they're going to tell you, well, that was for all, they made the Pussycat Theater and the Cinerama Dome, and they did all these, they brought back all these other Hollywood old hotspots. No, set design to me is what they did here by recreating Spahn Ranch. And it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, it was, so far, that's the best interpretation of Spahn Ranch in any movie. Because, like I said, you watch these movies or documentaries on the ranch, and they always show you what the ranch looks like. It never looks like that. You're like, that's not what it looks like. But I'll give Quentin Tarantino some credit here. He really made this place look authentic. And if anybody ever wants to come here, any other YouTuber, you can do probably a better job than what I'm going to do here is by matching everything up. It's very easy to match up photos and even put movie clips and stuff, like I said, like with, Brad Pitt beating up Clem over here and saloon over here. And the car was over here, the buggies. Actually, right where I'm standing right now is where the trailer was. So, and you can see how much room they have here. That's the main thing. This is why this is bigger than Spahn Ranch, by the way, people. Spahn Ranch is not this big as far as the acres of land that we're on right now. Okay, this is wider and actually bigger than Spahn Ranch, and this is why they had to film it here, because you can bring in the trucks, you can bring in everything. There's more room to film, and that's the main reason why they filmed it here. I mean, it would be nice if they would have filmed it at the original spot, but yeah, there's just no way. So Stoner Van Houten here, showing you exactly where the set of Spahn Ranch was built in for the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino. I'm in Corriganville, which is in Simi Valley, California. And I have to tell you, I was very, very impressed. But if you want to come down here and check it out, come on down. This place is beautiful.